We're studying IGCSE mathematics and we're starting Similarity 3. Now in the recap, what did we do? We have finished Congruence. Congruence is done. And the rules of congruence. We looked at Similarity in the last class. I sent you the recordings there, I think. And Similarity, what did we talk about? We talked about factors, scale factor. Yep, scale factor. And scale factors, you have three kinds of them. First, we have your length. That's a length factor. You can call the next one area factor. And the third one is called volume factor. Okay, so we have done this. We did this. We're starting these guys. In Similarity. So let's start revising Similarity a bit. Now, what does this even mean? Now, Similarity means that two shapes are similar, or let's say two objects are similar in shape but different in size. Is that clear? Two objects are similar in shape but different in size. Example of this would be, perhaps let's look at this. Now these two triangles are exactly the same because I copied them and I pasted it. But if I make this big, now these two shapes will be similar. Why? Because this shape, let's say shape 1 and shape 2, they have the same exact shape, but they are different in size. Now I'll give them a letter, let's say A, B, C, and this as let's say K, L, and M. Fine. What we realize is that since they are similar, so they must be proportional. Zahra, read this from here. Two objects
are similar in shape but different in size.
Now this one.
As the similars, they must be proportional.
Okay, they are similar. Okay, fine. So what does this even mean? What this means is that if I say I have side AB, this must be equals to, or let's say if I have side KL, right, KL, that must be equals to AB or K times AB. In the same way, we have KM and we have LM. These are the sides of shape 2. The corresponding sides of shape 1 are, for KM, we have AC, and for LM, we have BC. Any doubts here?
Sir, what is the K?
What is the K? Exactly, very good question. K right here is called the scale factor. Is that clear?
Yeah.
How do I get the scale factor? Because if I know KL is proportional to AB, therefore KL must be equals to K into AB. Now please write all of this on your notebook, this whole thing, and make the shapes. Tell me when you're done. Niranjana, can you hear me?
Yeah, sir.
Good evening. Start writing. Done. Can I move on?
Done, sir.
All right. Rachit,
I'm done, sir.
done. Right, that's good. Just a second. Fine. Now, the next thing we're doing after this is let's do a question to find out if you actually know what this means. Skill check. Now, I'm going to open a question, just a second. Or perhaps a question like this. You have two shapes. Okay, one of them is A, B, C. The other one is K, L, M. Now I can tell you that AB is 5, AC is 10. What is KM? If KL is 8, or let's say 10. Sorry, let's say it's 1. How do we solve this question? Question is find X. Now Niranjana worked with me on this. We did this yesterday in class, yes? The last class. First thing first
Yes,
is
sir.
we'll find K. So AB, we know that AB must be K times KM.
L.
No, KM or LM or KL, which side? What is the corresponding side of AB on this guy?
It will be KL.
KL. Good. So we know that's 5K into 1. Therefore, K is 5. Now I know this much. Therefore, I should also know that AC must also be K times KM.
M.
And the answer will be that I know that AC is 10 and K is 5. So what is KM? KM is 10 over 5, which is KM, which is 2.
KM is X. You have to find it.
X. So X, right? And
Yeah.
we can find X is equals to 2. Any questions, Zara? Rachit?
No, sir.
All right, now next up, we have something called the volume factor. Not volume, sorry, area. Let's do that first. Area factor. The thing which we did, which we just did right now, was length factor. Length factor. So the length is proportional. But what about the area? Now look at two triangles here, this one and this one. Again, let's say I'll call this guy XYZ, and I'll call this guy ABC. What's happening here is the both of them have a shape, have an area. So the triangle XYZ, let's say area of triangle ABC must be equal to K squared times area of angle area of triangle XYZ. Write this in your notebook. Tell me when you're done. This is always true, right? This is always. If you have two shapes, they're similar. If XYZ and ABC is similar, then you can say that the area are in proportion. Ask me if you have any questions. Tell me when you're done writing. By the way, this sign right here means triangle. I expect you to use that in your answer or in your exam.
Amma! Door boy dorka.
Sir.
Done? All right, okay, now if it's done, let's move on. The next thing we have is, just a second. Okay. Now the next thing we have is, let's do a question on this. What if you have a question perhaps like this? Again, two areas, two triangles. Like this. Okay, or let's take perhaps these triangles. Both of these are 90 degrees. A, B, C, P, R, Q. Now you know that, let's say this area right here is 60 cm square. I have to find X, and I know that this 5 is, this is 5 and this is, let's say this is 16 and this is 8. Solve the question. Find X. Rachit, can you solve this question on your own?
Sir,
Sir, I'll try it.
is it not, we have to take first the AC and then PQ?
Yes,
And
so
then
AC
we
is
have
equals to K into PQ. What is K?
K is 60.
AC is 16. I don't know what K is. I know PQ. So we'll find K. So K will be 16 divided by 8. So answer is 2. Clear? Any questions? That's the first step. Second step is area ABC must be K square times area what PRS PRQ. So we'll solve this question. How do we solve it? We know the area of ABC. Zara, what is it?
Area of ABC, it's
Yes.
2.
No, not 2.
Sir, it's 60 centimeters square.
60, right? We know the area given here. The unit of area is always cm square or meter square. So area unit is either cm square or you can have meter square or km square. These are possible. Anything with square on it, that's your area. Now I know K. K is, how much is K, Zara?
K is 2.
2 square into area of, what is area of PRQ? It's X. X cm square. So can I find X? What is X? Tell me.
Sir, X equals to 15.
X is equals to divided by 4. Any doubts here? Any questions? Tell me.
Can
No,
you
sir.
repeat it again?
Can I repeat it again? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let's try another question, just like this. Now I want the others to solve this on their own and send me the answer in the chat. The one who does it better or sooner is a better student. Zara worked with me on the board. Now question number 2. What we have are, let's say, two shapes like this. Oh, why do we even need a shape like this? Let's say we can take shapes like this. That also works. You have the same shape here, similar, but it's not the same size. Same shape, but not same size. Okay. Now, what do I know about this? We know that this area is 682 cm square or km square. And you have to find out what is x? This is 5. This is 5 km, and this is 1.2. Let's say. Uh, 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 18 km. This is 4.5. Rachit, solve the question. Answer in the chat. Same for Niranjana.
Yes.
Okay. Now you have been given this, all of this. We've been also given that this is 9 km. Now, Zara, work with me. How do I solve this question?
So
First thing is give them letters. So I'll say this is A, this is B, this is C, this is K, this is L, this is M. Now, how do I find out what is case K?
so first we take AC and KM.
AC and KM. So K into KM. Right? So AC is 18 and K into 0.5. The answer is 18 divided by 4.5, which is 4. Is that clear?
So why are we dividing it when we have multiplication sign?
Okay, so what shall we do? When this multiplication goes there, it will become 18 divided by 4.5. If you take from top, it will go to bottom over here. Okay. So whenever you have multiplied on one side, you'll take it to the other side. I'm trying to find K. The answer is 4. Any questions here? Ask me.
So
Now area of triangle. Alright, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, sir.
Let's continue the
Hello,
class.
sir.
Yes, the internet restarted. Now I'm back. Let's continue here. Now, Zahra, tell me, how do we solve a question like this? We found K. Now look at the area. Now, how do I find the area? Because I know that area must always be in proportion of K square. Like length is in K, area is in K square. You can find K by any way. You can find K with length. You can find K with area, right? It is the same K. Is she here? Can you hear me? Zara, can you hear me?
yes, sir, I can hear you.
Work with me. Niranjana, what is your answer for the question? I'm Rachit.
Sir,
Please
I
answer.
got 5.125
In the
centimeters square.
in the chat. Say it out.
So
Now-
it's 5.1.
Okay, now the area of ABC. Write it in the chat, Niranjana, the whole answer. Now, area ABC is equals to K into area, K square into area, KLM. Is that clear, Zara?
Yes, sir.
Now, you will get questions like this. So please ask me if you have any doubts here. Now, okay, I know this is 82. And I know the K square must be 4 squared into area of, what is the area of KLM? That's X. So can I find X? Tell me what is X, Zara.
So we don't know X.
We don't know, so find it.
So it's 2, no, it's 4 by 82.
Not 4 by 82, no. It's 4 squared here first. K squared.
Is it 8,
Not 8.
16?
4 square is 16, yes. But what is X? So let's do it. Let's do it this way. So what happens is, 82 is equals to 16 into x. And Niranjana, I haven't gotten your answer. 82 divided by 16 is x. Is that clear, Zara?
Yes, sir.
X is how much?
So is it necessary we have to write it to 3 decimal place?
Not 3 decimal place if this is the exact answer. If you get exact, write exact. And if you don't get exact, then you write 3SF. Is that clear?
Okay.
If not exact, then 3SF. If you get some, let's say 5.1125, if you get this in the exam, you're writing the whole thing. Don't round this up because this is an exact answer. Okay. But if you, let's say you get 5.11234866, round it up to 3SF. 5.11, that's the answer. Now let's do something else, which is volume factor. How do I do volume factor? For this, I'll need some a shape, especially. So let's make up a cube, perhaps. Just a second. Right. Okay. Right, that's a cube right here. Now this cube has a few sides to it. Just a second. Okay, now we have two shapes right here. One of them is smaller, the other one is bigger. I'm going to call this one A, this one B. Okay, now you have shapes, you have sides on this. Let's say you have sides A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. In the same way, you have, let's say, K, L, M, O, P, Q, R, S. And your job is to find out the volume. Now, whenever you have a shape like this, we need to realize that if two objects are similar, right? Write this in your notebook. Volume of a square, let's say, volume of object A is equals to K cube into volume of object 2. Any questions here? So whatever the volume of this is, let's say the volume is volume, it has some volume, right? And this also has some volume. The volume of both these shapes must be proportional in K cube. If objects are similar, then volume must be proportional. Write it in your notebook. Tell me when you're done. This right here is the important part.
Sir, I got a question.
Ask me.
Sir, is it like, for example, I saw some questions right now. Sir,
Yeah.
do they tell us that we have to find volume? For example, we solved before this an area. How come we know that we have to find volume or area?
They'll tell you what you have to find.
But sir, the questions which I got in the test, I don't remember properly.
We'll
but
do
I
those
guess
questions. We'll do the test questions right now. First, write this down. After you finish this, as soon as you finish volume factor, I want to finish this quickly so we can talk about the test papers, right? So I have the test papers with me. Start solving. Write this down in your notebook first. Okay,
Yes, sir.
done. Niranjana, done. Right? Rachit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to write this. Forget the cubes. You can make a cube if you want. You don't have to label them. Make a rough cube. Like this. Fine. Okay. Next thing is, if you've written this, let's do a question, shall we? Let's start with, let's say, skill check. First question is, let's say you have a cube. You have a bigger cube. Fine. This shape is 5 here, 10 here. Now, one thing in cube, all the sides are the same side. All the sides are same, let's say, length. Okay, just right here, 5. Okay, now your job over here is to find volume. If this guy is 50 cm cube, what is x cm cube? What is x? Now we know that this is A, B, C, D. This is K, L, M, N. Now, how do we start? Zaira, work with me. Rachit, I need the answer in the chat. Quick.
Yeah, sir.
So first we'll take CB and ML.
CB is equals to K into ML. Yeah.
And then
Next.
we have PC
5.
and ML.
We don't care about DC. We just need one. One of them is needed to find K. Okay. 1. So take any one side, 2 sides, right? So take one pair of sides. Take DC, NM. You can take CB, ML, your choice. Now we took this one, right? CB and ML. We can take these guys, this side, and this side. Okay. Now if you're looking at these 2 sides, I can say that they're similar. So they must be proportional to K. That's the length. So first tell me what is CB?
CB is 5 and ML is 10.
Into 10. So what is K?
K will be 2.
Not 2. 10 always goes down. This will be 5 by 10, right? If you take multiplication from one side to the other side, it will go from top to bottom. So the answer will be like this. 5 by 10 is equals to K. So how much?
Sir, it's 2.
Not 2. Half. 5 by 10. Okay. Any doubts? Take a minute to think. Ask me if you have any questions. Got it? Any questions? Zara.
So
Now, how do we solve the next one? We say, let's say this guy is shape 1. This is 1. Object 1. And this is object 2. We need to know that the volume, therefore the volume of the object 1 must be K cube times volume of object 2.
Sir, I have sent the answer in the chat.
Send the answer. All right. I'm going to check it. Just give me a second. Niranjana, work with me after this. How do I solve this question? What is the volume of object 1? Zahara, tell me.
So got 1 by 2.
Now, volume of object 1.
It's 50.
50. Okay.
Cube.
What is K? So this will be cm cube. Yeah. This will be half. K is half. We found K cube. And what is the volume of object 2? We don't know. It's x cm cube. Right. So finally, the answer will be 50 divided by First, tell me what is half is by like half cubed. That's 1/8.
So 0.125.
0.125. So Zahra, tell me the answer. X. Quick. It is how much? 400?
Sir,
400 centimeter cube.
Yes, Zahra, tell me.
no, sir, nothing.
Got it? Mark, is that your answer? Now you can ask me if you have any questions if you didn't get the correct answer.
Sir, we multiplied them, right?
We divide them. See, what happens is from bottom it will go to top, right? So 8 was at the bottom here. This will go here and it will multiply. 5 into 8 will become 400. Okay. And then let's go here. I'm going to open your question. Look at the question here. Can you see this? Rachit, read the question.
Yeah. Two containers are mathematically similar in shape. The larger container has a volume of 3,456 centimeter cube and a surface area of 1,024 centimeter square. The smaller container has a volume of 1,458
All right,
centimeter
stop.
cube.
Zahra, read the next thing.
Calculate the surface area of the smaller container.
Smaller container. What are they asking you? What do you have to find?
Surface area.
Surface area. And what have they given you? They've given you the volume of smaller container. They've given you the volume of the larger container. Yes.
Yeah.
And they're telling you that the shape is similar. Okay. And they've also given you the area of a larger one. So I'm going to write things down here. For larger one, we know the area and volume. The area for the larger one is how much? 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's the volume. Just a second. Volume is 3, 4, 5, 6 cm cube. And area is how much, Zara, for larger container?
Sure, it's 1,224.
Cm square. Now, whatever is square is always area, cube is always volume. Let's find for the smaller one, small. Small one, we have the area and volume. What is given in the question to us? Is area given? No. Is volume given? Yes.
Yes.
How much is it?
1,000.
Now,
150.
Rachit, I want you to solve the question. I know because you can do this quick, right? So solve the question. Now, volume is